who are some of the other main filmmakers that you guys work with?
So now we got Bobby, which is a friend of Shawn, and he's really good. He makes the video for Shawn's YouTube. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen Shawn's YouTube. Actually, honestly, it's hard for me to tell the difference between Shawn's YouTube and Mellow, and it's all sort of it's like the same people climbing the same things. You're just like, yeah, cool.
No, that's true, actually.
Yeah.
We also work with Ben Nielsen. He's made
I know him.
He's made a couple of our like pretty high-end videos. Bear Camayer has done some work with us. And then Giuliano's made a good amount of videos as well for our channel. I've made a couple like lower end style videos, but haven't made any.
You shoot the iPhone videos?
I shoot the iPhone, and yeah. But I'd say like, yeah, I don't really, I like Giuliano, I'd be psyched to start filming more and getting into editing and stuff, because like Giuliano said, we have a lot of downtime, and it'd be cool to go out and just film people, and put something together. But
it's definitely something that you need to take the time for, and that's why I haven't done it, maybe because I was more interested in just climbing, but I want to put my energy there as well, just because it's something more to do, and it's easy to integrate it. Sorry.
No, sorry. So it's one thing to film all the footage, to film all these boulders. It's another thing to edit them into good films and like do the color correction or sound editing or, mixing in music and things like that. Who does all the editing? And I mean, because that's a tremendous amount of time in front of the computer. And that's starting to get more like work. It's like,
yeah, I've done that a bit, but not only me, of course.
And then I'd say like a lot of Jimmy's stuff that's being produced. Jimmy films a lot, edits all of his stuff. So basically within our crew, we either have Ben Nielsen come film us, or we'll have Bobby come film, or Giuliano will make the videos and Jimmy will make the videos. But for everyone else, giving us videos is kind of like who, like maybe they filmed it themselves and edited it themselves, or maybe they found a videographer nearby that can do that work for them. So yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because the videos certainly all have the feel of just a bunch of friends hanging out and trying their hardest and bouldering. I mean, that's part of the fun of watching a Mellow videos. It gets you all psyched because you're like, oh, everyone's just hanging out. But so you're saying that is basically the reality. It is basically you guys film each other hanging out, mostly editing your own films. It's like, okay, like it's fair to say that is basically the vibe is correct.
Yeah, but it's better if there's a videographer for it. So the best movies, they've been made by a pro videographer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Actually, we have some cool videos that I've made, or maybe Jimmy's made, but they're not. They're more amateur. But those videos can be really good if the shot are well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you consider some of the best Mellow videos
that I've made, or in general?
Actually, both.
So in general, I think the Alphane one, it's gotta be my favorite. I guess.
I mean, our Alphane one has our most views, and it was shot really well, and it had some good lifestyle vibe to it. It kind of had like
everything.
It had like a skater part style of filming, where it's like every person had their section of climbs that they did in the video and stuff. So
everyone gets their segment where they fall off the opening moves a couple times.
Exactly. Which other ones are good?
What are your personal favorites though? Because anybody can sort of organize the channel by views and be like, oh, this one's popular. But which ones do you guys think are the best ones?
Shit, I'm gonna have to bring up Mellow real quick and go back through.
start digging.
We're starting to get a lot of videos on the channel.
Maybe the one in Rocklands, pretty tall. That was quite nice, but the boulders were really impressive. Maybe the video wasn't like the best.
Which video is that? I'm not sure if I've seen that one.
Pretty tall. It's like
really tall. Yeah. The highballing, the crazy arete. Yeah.
So that one.
Is that Living Large or whatever? Is that Jimmy's?
No, that was Finish Line and the Smile.
Yeah, Finish Line.
Living Large is a Shawn video, which is also.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's
I
cool.
was really into a Mellow Switzerland, the second installment. It features me and Jimmy basically doing Off the Wagon, Forlo, Primitivo, Roadkill, but I really liked the vibe in which it was filmed and the editing style, and it had a good energy to it.
Yeah, how important is that energy? Like being friends with the filmmakers. I mean, you guys must be hanging
Oh,
out for really long periods of time.
super important. I mean, if you feel if the videographer is basically your friend, and you can do anything you want around them, and you know that they're gonna constantly be filming and capturing a lot of B-roll, stuff like that. But when it comes time to send, you know that they're in position to get the shot. So yeah, it just makes the climber's job easier as well because I can focus on trying to send, and I know like the videographer is gonna capture it in a good way. So yeah,
You-
you
You're
definitely
uh, you're exactly describing the free solo film process, except on much smaller rocks and like much more chill, but also with much harder
totally.
moves. But yeah, it's like if you're friends with the crew and everybody
But
trusts each
no
other,
death
and
potential involved.
well, I don't know, some of the boulders are pretty scary. Probably not going to die, but some are pretty
Nah,
scary.
you get hurt, but yeah, no, I mean I get it for you. You had to have ultimate trust in like Jimmy and stuff to just kind of be out of your way up there, but no, he's gonna capture everything perfectly.
Yeah, and know that they're doing a good job, because like if you're trying your absolute hardest, you want to make sure that everybody else
Yeah,
is doing their best and doing a good job. And it's like
exactly.
you don't want to like waste your incredible effort in a way. If you're like I'm going to the death, I want you guys to be trying hard too.
Yeah, they need to be going to the death as well.
Maybe not quite, if they're, but you want them to at least be holding the camera steady. You don't want
Yeah.
them to be like, oh, I forgot we weren't rolling, and you're like, what do you mean you weren't rolling?
The worst is getting some shaky shots. You're just like, oh man, you blew it.
Uh, Man, what do you guys? I think it was a Mellow video, the floating, the boulder prom in Japan.
Yeah,
Is that
floating.
that's Mellow? I mean, that
Yeah,
also is sort of like quintessential Mellow to me, where it's just like you're like, this is just so crazy. Like, what is this? Like, but also really beautifully
yeah.
shot, like nice footage of like an insane boulder. You're sort of like, that
Yeah,
is
and I think
kind of
that
next
was one
level.
that Ryuichi, the guy who just did Sleepwalker, he filmed and edited that himself.
Really?
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Aren't there
but
like
did a
close-ups of the
really good
holds and
job.
things? How did he film it?
Good question.
He was doing that. That's how he got so strong. He's doing one arm lockups and holding the camera
And
with the other
yeah.
hand. Be like, look at this hold. Yeah, he's doing a one arm on every hold.
So I think he had someone else there filming him, obviously,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when he yeah, it's maybe lost in translation with like language, but he said edit and film by him. So, but I assume that someone else filmed it, but he
Hmm.
edited it.
Interesting. But yeah, it's a classic. I mean, it's interesting that if you scroll through the Mellow channel, you can basically find the beta for most of the hardest boulder problems in the world. It seems
Totally.
like.
Yeah.
And that's kind of our goal too, is like if you have a media platform where you can host all the hardest climbs in the world, people can go and be like, oh, I'm going to watch this video, and hopefully that inspires them to go to that place, and try it. And then there's all the beta and stuff laid out for them. So yeah.
It's like the next generation of 8a.nu. It's
Yeah.
you have all the beta in one place, all the locations. It's like the whole database with moving pictures. You're like, this is
Exactly.
amazing.